So this is the first hump here, comes down to another hump, and then as we come up in volume, in tone, you've got 1, 2, start at 3, yeah. How many now? Well done. So how many is that? Let's count them. See if we can go for 8. And windy. How many steps? Well done. So this is the first hump here, comes down to another hump. And then as we come up in volume, tone, you've got 1, 2, start at 3, yeah. How many now? Well done. How many is that? Let's count them. See if we can go for 8. And windy. How many steps? Well done.
Yeah, and it's going to roll down the ramp. But only 1 mil is going to run out about here. But the vapor will keep going. And it's going to roll down the ramp to the end, and I've got a small candle down here. So the flame's going to ignite the vapor, and then the vapor's going to run back up the ramp and pop this balloon. Right. You ready? Right. Here we go. How vapor works. And then I'm going to get the bottle and I'm going to start spinning it, because I want to cover all of the inside with alcohol, so we can fill the bottle with vapor. So that is, the more area that we can cover with alcohol, the more vapor we're going to get in there. Really important, because all I want in the bottle is vapor. I don't want any air in there at all. So we spin it, make sure everything's coated there. And then when it's all coated, I want to get rid of the liquid, because I only want the vapor. So we pour that back out. Now, this experiment, if you watch really closely, at the very end, sometimes the bottle will do like a really small hiccup. See if you can spot it. Sometimes it's really hard to see, but sometimes it's really obvious. And then we'll talk about what's happening. So, are you ready? So this is how a jet engine works. This is called a whoosh bottle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get the bottle and I'm going to start spinning it because I want to cover all of the inside with alcohol. So we can fill the bottle with vapor. So that the more area that we can cover with alcohol, the more vapor we're going to get in there. Really important, because all I want in the bottle is vapor. I don't want any air in there at all. So we spin it, make sure everything's coated there. And then when it's all coated, I want to get rid of the liquid, because I only want the vapor. So we pour that back out. Now, this experiment, if you watch really closely, at the very end, sometimes the bottle will do like a really small hiccup. See if you can spot it. Sometimes it's really hard to see, but sometimes it's really obvious. And then we'll talk about what's happening with it. So, are you ready? So this is how a jet engine works. This is called a whoosh bottle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So I down into the pipe where the air is flowing, and then the ping pong balls are obviously going to shoot out. Now, if you catch a ping pong ball, you can keep it, but you've got to put it in your pocket. Okay? I don't want to hear any ping pong balls bouncing up and down. Okay, you ready? Here we go. The white light that you can see is a very thin wire that's getting heated up because the electricity running through it, and it's actually really, really hot. But it's a really inefficient way of creating light, so that's why we've changed away from it. But I've taken the glass away from this one. The people in the front can probably see it. There's the thin wire here. Right, so now if I turn this one on, we see the light. But then it disappears. And it's because the oxygen is around the wire, so it burns up. When it's got the glass around it, they have taken the air away, and they have filled it with a gas. So there's no air around it. So now I'm going to demonstrate how that works. So I get the liquid nitrogen, and I pour it in my flask. Perfect. And then I'll put another light bulb in. Right. So now, remember that it burnt before, didn't it, when I did it? So if I get my light bulb and I put it into here, and then I turn it on, it doesn't burn out. I can actually put it right into the liquid nitrogen. There, it's under water, but it's liquid nitrogen, and it's not burning. So now we can find out where the nitrogen, it's giving off nitrogen gas, where that ends and where the air begins, because when the air comes close to the coil, it's going to burn. So if I'm really careful when I come up through here, so it's still surrounded by the nitrogen gas, still the nitrogen gas. This is like we're opening the bag of chips. We open up the bag of chips, bang, and then it disappears. So that's exactly, as Dylan said, how they keep your chips safe. They actually put a blast of nitrogen into your
into the bag of chips. That's why when you buy it and it's still sealed, you can feel that there's something in there apart from chips. You know, like there's air in there. It's actually nitrogen gas, and that keeps your chips nice and fresh. So that's
not just books that are about facts. You can read fiction books as well. That's really good for science. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was your age, I used to watch TV, I still do, but I used to watch a TV show called Star Trek. And on that show, Captain Kirk would talk to his computer and touch the screen in order for the USS Enterprise to go wherever he wanted to go. That, when I was your age, was insane. There was, there was nothing like that anywhere. I can't even tell you how basic computers were, but they were very basic. So, what happened is that someone saw that program and thought, I want to make that happen. I don't know how, but I'm going to make it happen. And his name was Steve Jobs. And he created Apple, and now everyone has a smartphone that you can talk to, you can touch the screen, and now that technology is commonplace. You can order your meal at McDonald's by touching the screen, you know. It's everywhere. So it's not just factual books that spark your imagination or get you ready for science. But reading is really important. And the other important thing is often the best scientists are not the most clever people in the class. It is the person that can, when they fail, look at what's happened and say, oh, let's work out what's happened and keep going. They don't go, oh no, I failed, and walk away from it. In science, you will fail. You will fail often, more often than succeeding. And failure is really important. So you need to be able to keep going and keep trying. So I hope you like the science. Shall we do this explosion? Really important, particularly the second one. The junior school we had, and you guys see, so much more. So show me how you're going to cover your ears.